Hello everybody, good evening, how are we all doing? Just taking my headphones out again because I was just checking the audio was working, and it is. How's everyone doing? Hiya Mum, little heart, hello, and Raven, hello lovely, how are you doing? Ready for this heat wave to be done? Oh gosh, have you got another heat wave? I am really quite happy that the UK has gone back to general UK weather, although we haven't had loads of rain yet. We are, as Mum says, it's supposed to rain pretty much all of next week, pretty much from tomorrow. Tom's parents arrive from Portugal tomorrow, and it's pretty much going to rain for an entire week while they're here. So that's fun. You know, we had hoped to sit out in the garden, enjoy some wine together, but never mind. We need the rain. The UK is seriously in need of rain. So yes, but the temperature has gone down generally anyway. Luckily, I think it's been like, you know, late teens, early 20s. That's degrees, not Fahrenheit. I don't know what it is in Fahrenheit. So it's been cooler. It's been a lot easier to manage. So how are you doing? Your anthology deadline was the 1st of August, wasn't it? I know that you I think you submitted it a lot earlier, didn't you? Or you'd finished it earlier and this, that, and the other. But how do you feel now that the deadline has properly gone and it's all totally finished? How's that feeling? And yeah, while I wait for your lovely reply, I'll just do my little intro. Hello to everybody who might be watching as a video on demand later, or if you are joining and you're lurking on the live stream, that's absolutely fine. If this is the first time you've ever come across one of these videos, this is my live stream series. We meet every Tuesday from 7 till 9 p.m. UK time, and for 2 hours we meet as a little community of writers, creators, readers, book nerds, period drama fans, just people who either subscribe to my channel or have come across these live streams organically and have stuck around, and we make this little community and we chat and we have a good time and we just kind of, yeah, hang out together. In and amongst that, we have 20-minute writing sessions. I call them writing sessions. They're basically focus sessions. You can do whatever you want to do in those 20 minutes. Some people make their dinner, some people write, some people read books, some people craft. I write because I'm in the process of writing my first book. What? Can you hear that? Can you hear him? You're being very noisy. I do have a cat, Stanley. Again, to anyone coming across this video for the first time, I have a cat, Stanley. We have a cat, Cam, on screen. Oh, he's now pulling at the carpet. You know when, like, you're on your last nerve as it is, and then your animal or your children just get on that last nerve? That's what Stanley's doing today. He's getting on my last nerve. Let me catch up with chat because Stanley, quite frankly, down here has completely derailed my train of thought now. To turn in the final draft, got back the edits for the coordinator. Okay, so when's the like final deadline? So you're working on the final draft now, and you got edits back from the coordinator. How did that go? Are they good edits? Are you feeling confident about it? I was just tidying up my craft bits to make space for my laptop. I hope everyone is well. I'm good, thank you, Diana. I hope you're good as well. He's been a very chatty floof. He's on the floor. Let me get the camera so you can see him. He's been we call him Pusso Collapso, which is what he does when he just collapses on the floor. I think it's because I've bought a special kind of little treat for him tonight. Can you see the treat by any means? Can anybody see the treat on camera? I'm going to wait and see if anybody can figure out what it is. And I think he can smell it. So I think that's what he's meowing for. I just want to check. Yeah, we are still live. Nikki, hiya, good evening. Welcome into the live stream. I'm just holding up the camera on Stanley, who is laying on the floor, acting like he's collapsed. He's just being very demanding this evening. Final due is due at the end of August. Overall edits are minimal and taught me about a writing weakness I kind of knew about but now have verbiage for. Amazing. I mean, amazing that you've got minimal edits and even feedback like, you know, a writing, I don't like the word weakness, but I know what you mean, like a writing thing that you need to improve on, or something that you become aware of. I think that's a good thing as well sometimes, especially if, like, you know, you know about it now, so you can kind of work on it going forward. I'm gonna have to move this camera because it's making my hand go. My pins and needles in my hand. I'll pop it back up there. I've angled the camera tonight so that there's a little bit of the sun coming through on the wall, because it's so pretty on an evening, and I wanted to share a little bit of that pretty pattern on the wall with you, so I've angled the camera that way. But at the moment he's collapsed and asleep on the floor, and it's not because he's warm, because he's not warm. It's not warm in this house. I think he just likes a little bit of attention. Apparently I use a lot of hedging language in my writing, a side effect of the academic writing, I guess. Oh, what's an example of hedging writing or hedging language? Because I don't necessarily know that terminology, but I'm sure there are other people that would want to know in case it's something that they're doing in their own writing. Hi Kelly, good evening, welcome in. How are you doing? How's everything going? Nobody's guessed what Stanley's treat is yet. Stanley's got a very special treat tonight that I'm hoping I can convince him to have in his bed. I might give him to him soon though, because if he disappears then I might not be able to call him back down for it. So I'll give it another minute or two and see if anybody guesses what the treat is, or can see what the treat is, and then I'll give it to him. It's freezing and rainy, is it? Is it rainy and freezing? That's no good. I'm a bit glad for some rain though. Are you? Like, I feel a bit happy to have a bit of rain. Yes, Nikki! Nikki's got it. Do you have a lettuce leaf behind you? I do. And do you know what? Part of me was like, maybe I should just leave it here for the whole of the live stream and see who notices that I've got a lettuce leaf. Nikki instantly goes, "Is that a lettuce leaf you've got behind you?" Now, this is one of Stanley's favourite treats. Stanley loves greens. Any kind of green lettuce leaf. Usually this kind of lettuce leaf is his favourite. But any kind of greens he will eat. We once got him one of those pots of cat grass. You know, you can get them where you can like grow them inside and then the cats can nibble on them. We had to like physically separate him from it because he was eating that much of it that quickly that he was actually eating the dirt. He was ripping it out of the ground and everything. He went a bit feral for it. So he only gets one every now and again. Do you want a bit of your lettuce leaf? No. Oh, his little face. Come on, you have to come up. Come on. Come on. If you want it, you have to come up. Good boy. Might be a bit big, this one. The unfortunate thing is I have to sit and hold the lettuce leaf because he will only eat it out of my hand. He won't eat the lettuce leaf. Like if I just pulled some lettuce off a leaf and gave it to him, he wouldn't eat it. I have to hold the leaf for him to eat it. So if this is freaking anyone out, let me know and I can always take it off camera. I just thought this is a bit different. He's a bit daft. Should we turn it over that way so you can get the big bit? Oh, yes. I don't think I've ever met another cat that likes greens in the same way that Stanley does. Hold on, let me rip it up for you a bit because I think there's a bit much there for you in there. There we go. So cute. I think he's cute. It's misty and atmospheric this evening. Oh, I'd love a bit of mist and atmosphere. I have to say though, it was really lovely. We where we live is quite rural, and we've got a field right next to us, which is a farmer's field. And the last few days they've been racing to get all the it's one of those field. I think it's, do they call it arable? No, I think I've got that wrong. It's one of those fields where they basically just have it out as grass and then they cut it and then bale it every year. And have you finished? And they cut it, but they actually cut it really late at night. I think it was like, it might have even been like nearly midnight on, was it Friday night or Saturday or Thursday, Friday, Saturday, something like that. So they're in the field like really late at night, and I think it was because the rain had been threatened for over the weekend, and so they wanted to get it all cut really fast. And then so they were cutting it really late at night and then baling it. And I just find it so oh, is arable right, Nikki? Right, thank you. I'm learning all the countryside terms as we go. Yeah, I just love watching the balers go around, and the way that like they cut it, and then they spent ages. They went around. They kind of like rustled it to make it all nice and flat, and then they went again and like pulled it into nice neat lines, and then they went around with the baler, which just kind of like hoovers it all up and puts it into a bale. I think he's finished with his leaf for now. I won't put that back on top of the radiator, so don't worry. I won't make you all stare at a minging lettuce leaf. But yeah, I think he's had enough for now, and now he's in his bed. So yeah, I really like that. I like watching the turning of the seasons, and I like watching the farming going on, like where we live. And obviously when we get into the spring, we get to see all the baby animals and like little baby lambs and little cows, and even horses. Where we live, they breed horses quite a lot, and we got to see lots of little foals being born. And we've actually got one field that we've nicknamed the maternity ward because every spring we end up with different pregnant animals in this field. We're like, well, there we go, there's another new mother in the maternity ward. So that's really cute. But yeah, definitely ready for some rain. And I think it gets to this point, I don't know about you guys, but it gets to like early mid-August. Certainly by middle of August I'm like kind of ready for autumn now, kind of ready for like cosy jumper weather, you know. And I always say this when it gets into the summer, I'm always like, oh, I can't wait to be cold. And then I spent the entire winter trying to keep my body warm because of my thyroid disease. I basically lose half of my body heat every single day, and I don't get warm again. From the point that it gets cool in winter, I then don't feel warm again until the summer. So I should be careful what I wish for, really. I really should. My internet's dipping out a lot this evening. I think it's because it's still so hot. So if I don't respond to something, I apologise. No worries at all. I'm hoping it's not mine. Do let me know if people are having problems with my live stream buffering a lot. But no need to apologise at all. Thank you very much for coming in anyway. I love seeing the fields mature near me. It's been very quick this year. No baby animals though. Oh, that's a shame. I love the baby animals. Just brings a bit of joy when you drive past and there's like little lambs like literally bouncing around in the field and chasing each other and this, that and the other. It's very, very cute. Very cute. What's everybody going to be doing this evening during our 20-minute sessions? I think we'll start the first one in a couple of minutes at 7:15. I'm going to be writing. I'm not going to lie, I'm not really in a massive writing mood this evening, but I'm going to force myself to do it anyway. My freelance work is absolutely mad at the moment, which I'm very grateful for. Very grateful to have so much freelance work ongoing and coming in for the future months as well. I'm just trying as best as I can to balance working 40 odd hours a week freelancing and running my YouTube channel and trying to keep up with the videos as much as I can on there, and also having some kind of work-life balance. And I think the difficulty is as well, it's like like obviously Tom's mum and dad are coming tomorrow, I want to take some time off work to spend with them, but then I've got to kind of condense all my hours down into fewer days. So I've got to do 40 odd hours over 3.5 days this week, which is just a bit intense. So, you know, like yesterday I was up, I think started working yesterday at 6:30 in the morning and finished at 9 o'clock at night. I mean, that is a long day to be sat at my desk. So I'm not, it sounds like a complaint, and I suppose in a way I suppose I am complaining a little bit, but I'm very grateful for having the work in when work is tricky at the moment for a lot of people. It just means that I'm not feeling massively like, yay, writing, which is a shame, because that's the thing that I should be finding kind of the joy in when I'm feeling a bit overwhelmed with everything. So I might not write much in this first session, but hopefully I get re-inspired as we go through the live stream. So yes, I'm just going to open everything up, and then, to be honest, we could probably just get started because it's 7:15. It's 7:15 now. Right. I think let's go into the first session. If you guys want to keep messaging, obviously you can do, and I will reply back as we go into the first session. I know sometimes there's a little bit of a lag with like the video and chat and stuff, so I'm not going to ignore you if we go into the first session now. I will reply to your message. Hello. How did we get on? What did we get up to? What did everybody do? I actually did enjoy that. I did enjoy that little session. I only wrote... Oh gosh, don't think I even wrote that many words. Let's have a look. Is that my computer? Sorry. I think it might be my computer. Something's making a very loud whirring noise, and I think it might be my computer. She doesn't normally make that kind of noise, which is why I was like, what's going on? I thought it might be the radiator was on. I was like, no, surely not. No, it's definitely coming from like there, which is my computer. My radiator's behind me, so sorry. I wrote 244 words, which I don't think is too bad. I'm trying to... There's a conversation going on between my main character and a supplier, an ale supplier. They're having this kind of conversation, and she's trying to broker a deal for some ale for the inn, and so I'm kind of slowly tiptoeing through this conversation, and it's feeling quite nice. The words that are coming out are feeling, you know, I'm writing a bit and then maybe deleting, then rewording this, that and the other. It's feeling quite, I don't just want to write a load of waffle. I don't purely want to go for volume of words. I want to go for the right words, and I'm feeling like some of the right words are coming out tonight, so that's nice. My mum's watching Princess Diaries. Not that one. Princess Andre. Oh, okay. I should watch the original Princess Diaries. It's well better. No, is that a documentary with Princess Andre? I did see something pop up on TikTok recently about that, but I haven't watched anything of it. Yeah, series 3. I didn't realise there was more than one series. I assumed it was one-off documentary. You can tell that I don't watch proper TV. I don't really watch a lot of TV at all anymore. I used to watch quite a lot of like Netflix and different series and stuff, and I haven't even really had much time or inclination to watch much normal TV. I'll tell you what I did find though, and this is me gonna be absolutely nerdy now. He is, isn't he, Raven? He's so cute. He's so cute, all snuggled up in his new bed, which he doesn't fit in. You know, like the other one, he didn't really fit in. He doesn't really fit in this one either. I've been watching Life Below Zero. So it is a documentary series. It's a bit like the Gold Rush and, you know, Ice Road Truckers and that kind of thing. It's like an American documentary series. Those of you who are in America probably know of Life Below Zero and have watched it a lot. But it came over to the UK, I think like 2016, and I think it might have been on Netflix or Amazon Prime or something then. And I watched the first season and loved the first season, like rewatched it and rewatched it and rewatched it. And then it disappeared. It like completely disappeared off the internet. I couldn't find it anywhere. I couldn't even find it with a VPN in America. Like I was really struggling to find it. And then the other day I opened up Amazon Prime and it was there. And there was 18 seasons. I'd only ever seen season 1. I knew there were future seasons because I'd seen some clips from like future people that were in it. But I didn't realise there were 18 seasons of it. So I have been watching a lot of that recently. Life Below Zero. It's like, I mean, I always say that I'm a little bit like a hermit. You know, I like being at home. I like staying in my own little house and being I love the fact that we live really, really rurally. I would live even more rurally, to be honest, than we do now. And Life Below Zero is literally people who live in the wilderness in Alaska and how they survive in the wilderness of Alaska. And I love it. So I've been watching a lot of that recently. I did a little bit of sewing over the weekend and I watched some OG Ghost Adventures, some of like the first seasons of Ghost Adventures, because the thing is when I'm sewing I can't watch the TV, so in effect really I'm listening to it. So I should probably put like a podcast on or something like that, but I just like having comfort shows, and for me Ghost Adventures is quite a comfort show. And so I was watching a bit of that over the weekend. There was a new true crime documentary out that I watched. I can't remember it now. I don't know, something about a fraud, like a fraud thing, or I can't remember. It wasn't that good, obviously. So yeah, what's everybody been watching? What is everybody really loving? Tom's started the latest season. Well, he's wanting to watch the latest season of House of the Dragon, but because neither of us could remember what happened, he's gone back and watched from the beginning. So I've been watching like little snippets of that over his shoulder. But what's everybody else watching? I'm almost at the point where it's getting to that time of year where I can go back and rewatch Outlander. My annual rewatch of Outlander. And Gilmore Girls. It's nearly Gilmore Girls season. Oh, is my internet going funny again? I'll just pop something in my chat. In chat. Is the internet going funny again? Or the live stream, sorry. I've been watching a lot of YouTube video essays. What are those? Are they like what people like talking on a specific topic? A bit like, yeah, a bit like chatty videos but on a specific thing. Okay, it's good. It seems to be fine. I think it's just my side that it's been a bit slow, but that's because I'm live streaming and trying to watch the live stream at the same time, which is quite difficult sometimes. Slow Horses. I love it so much. Oh, what's that about? Slow Horses. I'm going to Google that. Oh, it's a thriller. Ah. Gary Oldman. Bloody hell. That. Do you know who I thought that was at first? Ricky... Oh, I can't remember his name now. Ricky Tomlinson, I want to say. I thought that was in the picture, but Gary Oldman. I love Gary Oldman. Yes, exactly that. There's been a lot of discourse over the movie Obsession. It's been fascinating to watch. The movie Obsession or the movie... Yeah, the movie Obsession. I've seen a lot of people talking about Odyssey. A lot of videos about Odyssey. And the kind of whether it is true to the story or not. And how it represents female stories. As well. I've been recommended Slow Horses. I think you'd like that, Mum, by the looks of it. I know you like a crime show, don't you? You and Alan. I watch my Gilmore Girls with my younger daughter. Yeah, I love a bit of Gilmore Girls. It's so cosy. But yeah, I don't know if anyone can hear Stanley snoring. Can anyone hear that? I want to see if I can move my microphone without... I don't know if that's actually just disturbed him. It might have done. Oh no, he's still snoring a little bit. The difficulty is that I can't move the mic without waking him up, unfortunately. So I don't know if you can hear that in the background. But he does snore very loudly, does Stanley, when he's properly asleep. And when he is really, really asleep, he does his little, like, dreaming. He'll, like, kick his little legs when he's dreaming. The discourse around the movie has been fascinating. The movie itself is very intense. Oh my god, the movie was... Yeah, you're right. Intense, I think, is both the right word and an understatement, isn't it? It terrified me. There were parts of it that literally were so scary. It was so loud at some points in the cinema that the actual room was vibrating. Like the seats and the floor underneath us was vibrating. And I was like, why is it this loud? And there were bits where... I think when the bit with the Cyclops, where I had, my mum will recognise this, I had my hands in my ears and I was like, and I couldn't watch it because it was just terrifying. That bit and the bit with the pigs. The bit with the pigs, everybody knows what I'm talking about if they've seen the film Odyssey. Yeah, absolutely terrifying. And the bit there was a bit in the water as well when they were in a storm, and that was terrifying. Yeah, it was just like you say, intense, very intense. Yeah, you'll have to report back, Mum. Oh, sorry, you'll have to report back, Mum, and let us know what let me know what Slow Horses is like. Olivia Cook as well, isn't she in House of the Dragon? Yes, she plays Alicent Hightower in House of the Dragon. So she's in Dark Horses, Slow Horses, Dark Horses. She's in that. I like her. I think she's a very good actor. Cool. What, love? What? You alright? Come on then. Come on over if you want. Come and say hi to everyone. No, don't rub your face up against the camera. No, not up against the camera. Come on then. No? You stay in your bed? What are you doing? Or do you want some more lettuce? No? Not want more lettuce. Okay. We're going to do the usual Stanley come and sit on the desk now. Oh no, he's just going to sit on the desk and eat the lettuce. Lovely. So, oh gosh, it's nearly 10 to 8 already. How are we almost at 10 to 8 already? Let me just try and... Do you want me to hold it for you, love? Yeah, let me hold it for you. Are you not interested in that piece? Is it this piece you're wanting? Sorry. Just give my cat his lettuce while we talk. What about books? What's everybody reading at the moment? I'm still reading Lady Chatterley's Lover for the 100 Books Over 100 Years video. I have to say, I read Lady Chatterley's Lover when I was a teenager. I'm not sure what version I read, because it feels very different as an adult now reading it. And also I think the book is very different to any adaptations that I've seen recently. So I think what I'm going to do... Oh, sorry, that was a loud noise. I think what I'm going to do is when I finish reading it, I think I will watch a couple of the adaptations so that I've got it fresh. Like, kind of, I can make that comparison in the video because, yeah, very interesting. But I need to do some research on censorship as well before I do that video. Oh gosh, where's my cursor? I've lost my cursor. SH is like less stressful spooks. I've never watched Spooks either. The stakes are still high, but in a more humorous way. Oh, I like a bit of humour in a crime show. Do you know what I used to love? Life on Mars. I loved Life on Mars. That was funny as well as being like a cop show. One of my favourite actors in this season of House of the Dragon. I've got a soft spot for Barry Sloane. Barry Sloane. Barry Sloane. Oh, is he in House of the Dragon? Very nice. If that's a picture of him in a suit of armour, I approve. I don't know. There was a bit in the Odyssey where I physically jumped. Oh, there were loads of bits where I jumped. Honestly, we were in the cinema and I'd picked the two seats right in the middle of the aisle because obviously you want the most kind of central on view. And somebody came and sat right next to me, which I have to say, don't book a seat next to somebody else in the cinema. No, it was a relatively full cinema, so obviously people are going to sit next to you, it's fine. But this guy sat right next to me, and honestly, there were at least 3 or 4 times throughout it where I was like, oh. But I don't jump silently. So I jump and go, oh! So, yeah, I did that quite a few times at the Odyssey. I think it was, I don't know why they feel the need to do that on purpose. There was one bit, and I knew it was coming, was with, when there's that, like, spider monster comes out. Is it supposed to be Medusa or something? Like this spider, snaky monster thing comes out. I knew that was coming. I knew that it was coming, so I prepared for that one, but there was definitely a couple of jump scares in it. I need to start the new House of Dragon. Looking forward to seeing James Norton's character. Is James Norton in it as well? Honestly. He was supposed to be very good in that one as a priest. What was he in where he played a priest? Yeah, it's funny, isn't it, when you see him in things and then think, I know that face, but I can't tell you a single thing that he's been in. He was in Lady Chatterley's Lover, talking about that. The 2015 one with Richard Madden Holiday Granger. He was in that. He plays Sir Clifford Chatterley, James Norton. That's interesting. So that would be one of the adaptations that I was going to watch. I was going to watch the Richard Madden adaptation and the Emma Corrin adaptation. I know that there are older ones, but those are the two that I want to watch, quite frankly. I love James Norton. I've been trying to read A Tale of Two Cities. Hard going. Oh, Mum, yeah, definitely. Hard reading, but I hope you're enjoying it. Speaking of, I want this week's video, if I can get it done. I've got so much on this week. It might end up having to be next week, and I might end up having to have a week off on my YouTube channel. But I've been thinking about reacting to the new Christmas Carol trailer. I haven't watched it. I've seen that it's out, but I haven't watched it yet. But I think that'd be really interesting because I love A Christmas Carol, and that is something that has been adapted in a couple of different ways over the years. Obviously, the Muppets Christmas Carol is the OG. But yeah, I think that'd be quite an interesting one to do a reaction to. So I think I might do that if I've got time for Thursday, but if not, it might be next week. I just finished reading Lone Women by Victor Laval. Oh God, that's an ace name. Victor Laval. Oh, beautiful. For class. Lone Women. I like the sound of that title. Lone Women. A novel. A woman with a past, a mysterious trunk, a town on the edge of nowhere, and an absorbing, powerful new vision of the American West. Ooh. From the author of The Changeling. I loved The Changeling. Is that the film? Is that the historical one? Where... Or is it a different one, actually? It might not be The Changeling I'm thinking of. Is it the one... Oh my gosh, I'm having a brain fart moment. Is it the one where the sun disappears? No, it's not. I thought it was the one where, it was adapted into a film with, what's her face? Angelina Jolie. That is one of my most underrated films that I love. I mean, it's really dark, but I love that film, and almost nobody ever mentions it. It's like it doesn't exist as a film, and yet I think it's absolutely phenomenal. I think Angelina Jolie in that film is phenomenal as well. I want to watch House of the Dragon. I just listened to Queen James on audiobook, very good, and now listening to No Fair Maidens, both non-fiction. Ooh, Queen James. Non-fiction Queen James. A New History. Focusing on the male lovers, intimate companions and dramatic life of Britain's first King, James Stewart. Ooh, that sounds like it would be good. I think I need to do some non-fiction audiobooks, because I don't really think of picking up non-fiction and sitting down to read it, because physical reading for me is more of like an enjoyable thing, and for me I prefer the escapism of a fiction book. But I think I do like to read history books, or at least absorb history books. So I think an audiobook, non-fiction audiobook would be very good actually. I've just finished A Single Stitch by Tracy Chevalier, which I quite enjoyed. I like Tracy Chevalier. I really like her writing style. I think that she's got a real ability to make history really interesting. A single thread, instead of a single stitch. Well, both make sense. I like A Single Stitch. I like the alliteration of it. I have had that on my shelf for ages, Diane. I might pick it up soon. There you go. I picked up a Tracy Chevalier book recently, but I don't know which one it was. It's behind me at the moment. Some readers have commented there's a lot of detail, but I like that. Let's have a look. A Single Thread. Oh, I like the book cover. Somebody outside. Do you know what I don't like? When you Google a book, why can't they put like the blurb of the book on the first page of Google? It's never there on like the first page of Google, isn't the literally just the back cover of the book. Some readers commented there's a lot of detail, but I like that. Gareth Russell wrote it, and he has a lovely soft Irish accent on audiobook. One of the best narrators I've listened to in a long time, and really engaging, not dry at all. Okay, I'm going to... Where do you get your audiobooks from? Do you do the library? I'm thinking of setting myself up with the library. My mum does that. don't you, Mum? Get your audiobooks through the library. I'm thinking of setting myself up with it. I just need to go into the library, which actually our little village, the closest village to where we live, has got a little library, and I'm wondering if they will be able to set me up on it. I haven't been into that library yet, and I really need to. I'm not going to get any books out on loan, like actual books out on loan, at the moment, simply because I am not organised enough and I don't have enough time to commit to reading something in a specific period of time and getting it back to the library on time. And what I don't want to do is end up with a load of fines. So I'm not going to take any books out or loan any books out of the library right now, where we are in August. I hope to do in the future. But if I could do like online, I think online you can access audiobooks, Mum. Is that right? Let us know, because I did look into it at one point, potentially for Tom's granddad, who likes audiobooks, but actually they've managed to get him set up with a Alexa. So I'm interested in the witch trials and James's role in that. Yes, the Malleus Maleficarum. I do use the library, but have the cheapest Audible subscription, so I can pick one a month too. Fair enough. Yeah. I listened to Becoming by Michelle Obama on audiobook. I really liked that, but I did have to put her on 1.5 speed because she was a very slow speaker, and that made it a lot easier to listen to. But yeah, I enjoyed that. I actually really enjoyed Becoming. So maybe I need to do that. Maybe I need to get back into my audiobooks, because then I could sew and listen to my audiobooks at the same time. That would be nice. I might actually see if you can renew books online. Oh yeah, you can now, can't you? I could do that, to be fair. I want to do, I think I did do a post on my YouTube asking about if people thought I should do, trying to predict the Man Booker prize for 2026. I am going to do that. Long list 2026. I am going to do that, but I'm not going to read the entire long list because I haven't got the time, unfortunately. I would love to, but I think, I can't remember who it was. It might have been Kelly, it might have been somebody else, suggested that let me just have a look actually on my posts, suggested that I picked out the ones that I thought sounded like the most interesting to me, and then go from there. Let me have a look. Who was it? Which lovely person said it? I'm pretty sure it was one of you guys, actually. It was Snuggles. I don't know if Snuggles is here tonight. She might be lurking. Or they might be lurking. Sorry, don't know your pronouns. Great to hear predictions once you've read the ones that interest you. It was Ellie, who, again, I don't know if Ellie lurks sometimes in the live streams, or watches them on demand. If you're watching them on demand later, hiya Ellie, hiya Snuggles. I find the shortlist more interesting than the long list, if that helps. You could always do a video discussing the long list and read the ones that interest you rather than all of them, but still make a prediction about the shortlist and the winner. So I think that's what I might do. I might have a look through, find the ones that interest me and read those for now. Hope that at least some, if not all of them, make it into the shortlist, and then I will predict the shortlist. When does the shortlist come out? Let's have a look. So the long list is out now. Usually says, no. When will the Man Booker Prize shortlist be announced? It's usually a good few weeks, isn't it? Shortlist will be announced on the 22nd of September. And then when will the winner? 9th of November. So we've got time, actually. I've got about, 5, 6, 7 weeks until the shortlist is announced. And then we'll have kind of a month and a half until the winner's announced. So there's plenty of time, actually. I think looking at the long list, the ones that interest me, the biggest one that jumps out at me that I'm interested in is May We Feed the King by Rebecca Perry, which looks really interesting, historical fiction. Elizabeth Strout, The Things We Never Say looks interesting. The Renovation by Keenan Orhan. Helen of Nowhere, that sounds like it will be a Odyssey related book. I think you'd find May We Feed the King, Charlotte. It's on the long list, so interesting, having worked in heritage about country house interpretation done in a really different way. I didn't realise it was about country house interpretation. It won the... did it win the Waterstones debut of the year or something? It's won something, hasn't it? Yeah, Waterstones debut fiction prize winner. So... yeah, she is a this is what the blurb says. She is a curator who spends her time dressing the rooms of historic buildings to bring them to life. But in the lush private quarters of a medieval palace, she finds herself so transfixed by the reign of an almost forgotten king that the edges of her life begin to blur. He is a reluctant ruler with no hunger for power, rushed to the throne after the untimely deaths of his older brothers, but it isn't long before whispers begin to fly around the court, and with the growing belief that the king is not fit for the throne comes the idea that another might rule in his stead. May We Feed the King dances between the lives of a historical subject who risks the future of his kingdom and a woman who turns to the past to hide from her present. Laced with desire and longing, it is a playful, stirring meditation on history and storytelling, on what makes a king great and a life meaningful. That sounds truly phenomenal. That sounds absolutely amazing. And you know, it's funny because I've started at least 2 different stories that are set in country houses with women who work in country houses, and that kind of going over 2 different time periods. I started one which was about motherhood and loss and what it means to lose a child, and kind of the overlapping of... I'm more interested in the female stories connected with country house history, whereas May We Feed the King is obviously about a male story, but still very, very kind of similar to some of the other ideas and concepts that I've had over the years. So that sounds like it'd be really, really interesting. Yeah, I'm definitely going to read that one. In fact, I might buy that one because I think that's a book that I will really enjoy. And how amazing as a debut novelist to have won the Waterstones Prize and to be shortlisted for the Man Booker Prize. Wow, absolutely phenomenal. So yeah, I might have a look at some of the other ones on the list, and maybe do some of those as audiobooks if the audiobooks are out at the moment. So yes, I might have a look at those in a bit and make a plan. Oh, so much to read at the moment. It's so exciting. Yeah, I'm really enjoying reading at the moment, which is nice. I've got a review. In fact, I might put that up tonight. I've got a book review for The Magician by Raymond E. Feist. It's going up for members, for YouTube members, as a little book review video, and then it's going to go up on my Substack as a written piece as well. So I might put that live when we go into the next, which we might do now-ish. Should we go into another 20-minute session? As it is now already 8:05, and I've waffled quite a bit. Well, no, we've not waffled, we've talked. We've had a lovely bookish TV conversation, which I really like. So yeah, okay, let's go into another 20-minute session and go from there. All right. Right, that was a nice little session. Oh, it's Tom upstairs. Tom talking. I was like, who is he talking to? I think he's talking to his mum and dad, because obviously they fly over tomorrow morning, very early tomorrow morning. I think they arrive at our like nearby village at 11:30 off the train. So crikey knows what time they're getting up in the middle of the night. They're probably getting up at like 2. I bet their flight will be. I wonder if they're on the 6 a.m. flight, because there is usually one that comes over at like 6 a.m, which will mean it'll be like 9 when they land, which would, yeah, that would make sense. So yeah, I think they're just having a check-in before they come over in the morning. I was just reviewing the Booker Prize long list, and I have to say, just from having a very cursory look, it's a very male-heavy narrative for this year's Booker Prize, and I don't think I've ever really done a lot of scrutiny into the Booker Prize previously. So if anybody's watching who does do a lot of Booker Prize reading, let me know if that's normal. But the Switze has a male, so that one has a male. The End of Everything, what was that one? Yep, that's got a male protagonist. Disappears is about a male. Black Bag is a male. The Renovation, I think, is... Yeah. Oh, no. The Renovation is female. I'm actually really excited for that one. May We Feed the King is both, so that's fine. The Palm House. Things We Never Say is male. John of John is male. All Them Dogs is male. So there's quite a lot of male-focused stories, which is quite interesting. I don't quite know how I feel about that, so I'm not going to talk about it too much yet. But there are some really interesting ones in there. So May We Feed the King is the first one that I'm going to read. The other one that I'm really interested in is The Renovation. So I'll read this one out to you. It says, now I don't know how to pronounce it at the moment, Dilara or Dilara. I'll say Dilara at the moment. Dilara's father is disappearing. He has dementia, and the disease steals a little more of him each day. Dilara has persuaded him to move in with her, hiring builders to adapt her apartment in preparation. But when the renovation is complete, she discovers a big problem. Instead of a new bathroom, the builders have installed a Turkish prison cell. At first she's outraged. There has surely been some mistake. Dilara's family are exiles. They left Turkey many years ago and have never been back. The last thing she wants is a piece of her estranged homeland appearing uninvited in her new home. But as the weeks pass, her indignation gives way to curiosity. Beyond the cell door, she glimpses Turkish guards going about their work. Through the cell walls, she hears Turkish prisoners murmuring, rustling, crying out in their sleep. And in the strange, impossible air of the cell itself, she smells the sesame scent of freshly baked simit. She tastes the fine dust of the Anatolian steppe on her tongue. Even as she struggles to care for her father, to keep the family finances afloat, and to stop the wheels coming off her marriage, Dilara is drawn back again and again to the mysterious prison cell, and through it to a city that once belonged to her. To the salt wind off the Marmara, the sky full of gulls and domes and minarets, back to Istanbul. Doesn't that sound beautiful? That sounds so beautiful. Written by Keenan Orhan, who is a writer based in Kansas, but presumably has Turkish heritage. Yeah, so male writer, or appears to be a male writer. I don't know what their pronouns are, but it doesn't say, which actually would be quite good. When it says about the writer, it would actually be really nice to see some pronouns on the website so that I could understand how to refer to them. But yeah, that looks really good. So that's probably going to be the next one that I'm going to read. Oh, hi, Kayla. Hello, lovely. How are you doing? Have you how have you got on? I know you said you were working on a script for your next video. Emma, you've not been here early enough, my dear. I'm beginning to think this is just an ingenious ploy. Honestly, go back to the beginning of the live stream, because Stanley's been in it quite a lot. He was snoring at one point, and also he's been eating lettuce. One of Stanley's favourite... There's always an excuse. One of his favourite snacks is lettuce. He loves to eat lettuce, so he's been nibbling on lettuce leaves. So if you want some really cute cat munching sounds, cat ASMR, then go back to the beginning. He is amazing. He is amazing, is Stanley. But yeah, I know what you mean. It's a bit ridiculous having a cat cam with no cat in it. But I think it's become iconic now. It's become part of the live stream that we have a cat cam with no cat on it, you know. How are you doing, Emma? How are you doing? It's lovely to see you at the live stream. What did everybody get up to in that break as well, in that 20-minute session? Like I say, I've been looking at the Booker Prize for Fiction long list. So yeah, I think that's one. I thought actually The Shadow of the Object sounded really interesting. That is a set in Mexico. Flora is visiting home in Mexico when the family dog leaps up and bites her hand. She finds herself in hospital where she undergoes several surgeries and meets Wilhelmina, an elderly German woman with pneumonia who collects pre-cinema toys and instruments. The two of them embark on a series of dreamlike conversations in the hospital corridors. Wilhelmina puts on a magical lantern show for Flora, leaving her spellbound. When things take an unexpected turn, Flora finds herself entrusted with an important mission. She returns to London where she resumes her job polishing silver at a jewellery shop and strikes up a strange friendship with Wilhelmina's son Max. As Flora dips in and out of her imagination, she is increasingly aware it's not only the magic lantern that projects, and her perception of reality is subtly altered. I thought that was quite interesting. I didn't know if there was a connection with the Second World War. It doesn't say exactly when. It doesn't say exactly when the book is set. From that blurb, it sounds like it might be vaguely kind of mid-century, but I don't know. We'll see. So that's another one that I quite fancy reading. So that's in the list. So I think those are the three that I'm most looking forward to: Shadow of the Object, May We Feed the King, and The Renovation. But I might try a few others as well. I'm going to do a video basically. I'll just, in the background, I'll just get started reading some of these, and I might do individual book reviews on my YouTube members and my Substack, but then I'll do a video probably at the end of September. So after the shortlist is announced, I'll do one video basically saying, this is the shortlist, this is what I've read so far, this is what's included in the shortlist, and this is who I think will win. And I might do that, and then we'll do another one maybe when the winner's been announced or something like that. So I'm good. Outlining book 4 in my Cornwall Seaside series. Amazing. Absolutely brilliant. I've spotted a few of your videos popping up as well on YouTube. Emma's been doing some really great videos with guidance on writing and books and this, that and the other, so definitely check out Emma's. Emma, what's your is your channel Emma Bennett Author? Can't remember off the top of my head. Let us know, and then people can go and check you out as well. Andrea just popped in a few minutes ago, copy editing for a client today, only about 5 pages left in today's goal. That's amazing. Awesome. That's really, really good. Do you professionally copy edit? That's amazing. I like knowing copy editors. I have such a lovely copy editor for my non-fiction books, and she did both of my previous books, and yeah, really looking forward to working with her on my third, as and when that happens. But yeah, love a copy editor. I think you guys are absolutely fantastic because you can see what we're working on and can get the vibe of what we're trying to say, but look for all of the bits and pieces that we overlook as the writer. So absolutely invaluable. Invaluable. Emma Bennett Author. There you go. There's a link that people can click. I don't think you can actually click the link, but I think you can copy and paste it. So if anybody wants to go and check out Emma Bennett Author, yes. I feel like we should do one more session. What do we think? Should we do one more session, or should we just chill for kind of 25 minutes and have a chat? What are people feeling? I'm kind of happy either way, to be honest. I do know that I shouldn't be drinking Dr. Pepper at 8:30 at night. It's very unusual for me. I would never normally be drinking pop at this time of night. Normally I've got my massive, jug of squash. But it's been as I've said before, it's been a long week so far, and it's only Tuesday. So I have needed some pick-me-ups, of which pop is the only kind of vice like that, sugary pick-me-up that I really tend to consume. You're crazy young caffeinated queen. That's me. Yes, I'm definitely going to be a crazy old caffeinated queen tomorrow morning when I have to get up to start work at 6:30 in the morning. But yeah, love myself some caffeinated drinks. Is Dr. Pepper caffeinated? I actually didn't realise that Dr. Pepper had caffeine in it. Does all pop have caffeine in it? Now I'm looking like a real idiot, aren't I? Aspartame. I know that's bad for you. I know aspartame is bad for you. Flavourings including caffeine. Great. Right, I'm putting the lid on that. I know that, I mean, there's not much left in it now, but I'm going to stop. Stop drinking that, and I will have some squash. Like I can flush my system out. Page goals help keep me focused and making solid progress on clients' books. Yeah, I would probably do that as well. If, like, there's been times before when I've been like proofing my own work or doing things like indexing and stuff, and I'll break it down into like, you know, I'll do like 10 pages a day, or 10 pages in the morning, 10 pages in the afternoon, something like that. 6:30, yep. 6:30. I don't normally start work at 6:30. I normally start at between kind of 8 and 8:30, depending on the day and how things are going. But as I did say earlier, that Tom's mum and dad are coming over to stay with us from tomorrow for a week, and I would like to take Friday off, and so I'm trying to condense my hours down into 3.5 days this week. I'm teaching at 10:30, and that's traumatic enough. I mean, I'd still rather get up at 10:30 and sit at 6:30 and write at my desk than teach, to be quite frank. Teachers are absolutely incredible. And anybody, are you teaching young people? It's not so bad, I don't think, with like college age, but I don't think I could be a primary or secondary school teacher. Honestly, primary and secondary school teachers have got so much of my respect, along with, you know, nurses and care home staff and those really, really difficult day-to-day jobs that I quite frankly think you have to have a calling to do. I think you have to be called to be a teacher. I think you have to have a calling to be a nurse, because there's not much else in it, really. You know, none of you get paid well enough for the work that you do. Jill will be in the gym at 5:45. Jill wins. Jill wins the competition for the most productive person tomorrow morning, 100%. I love the gym. I do love the gym, but not at 5:45 in the morning. I think it's amazing people who can get up and go to the gym super early. I'm more of a nighttime. I'd rather go to the gym at like 9 o'clock at night than I would at 5:30 in the morning. Blooming hipster with your jar. All right, Emma, stop bullying me. I'm only joking. It's a broken, like literally, I am the most like unsafe person as well. This was, my mum bought us this, me and Tom. I don't even know if my mum's still in the live stream. She's gone very quiet. She might have nipped off. She might have done a little backdoor boogie and left the live stream, which is fine. Bless her. She comes every week anyway. But this was I think it was like to make gin. She bought us something to like put gin in and make like flavoured gin. And I've got that kind of thing where if I don't, like, I can't just drink a little glass. Like, take a tiny little glass of squash up to my office. What? I'm going to drink that in two mouthfuls. So I like a big receptacle. One that is as big as my head. And then I fill it up, and it's got like, I think it's about a litre of squash in there. It's the only way for me to get liquids. Actually, I'm quite good at, I say the only way for me to get liquids. I am actually very good at drinking. I drink a lot. It's always funny when we go to Portugal, because we'll buy bottled water. Not that the tap water is completely potable. Is it potable? Potable? I don't know how you pronounce that, but that word. You can drink it. And but it's always just given me and Tom a little bit of a dicky tummy. So just the last few times we've gone, we've started buying the bottles of water. But because I'm like, I don't want to buy like this type bottle and be going through like 20 of them a day, I buy the big vats of water. And I think in a week we probably go through 4 of those, just because of the amount that we drink. So I'm usually quite good at drinking. I don't know why I particularly... I mean, I had the bottle of Dr. Pepper from earlier today, 7 p.m. on an evening to start drinking a bottle of Dr. Pepper was a really bad mistake. It's a really bad choice, you know. Oh, teach creative writing to adults. That's nice. That's a nice thing to do. I was a personal tutor for kids though, and I've homeschooled for 22 years. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. I think I would prefer homeschooling to teaching in a school. Although I suppose it comes with its own challenges, doesn't it? But I've got a friend who homeschools both of her children on the south coast, and when she tells me what they're getting up to that day, I'm like, that just sounds lovely. It just sounds really, really nice, like really intuitive learning, you know, based around what the children's interests are and being outdoors a lot and doing lots of getting out and doing practical things and meeting up with other homeschool friends, and they go to the allotment every week, and oh, it just sounds lovely. Agreed, my late mum was a certified nursing assistant. Mad respect to the medical folks and teachers, absolutely. Absolutely. My cousin is a nurse, and honestly, I don't know how she does it. The one thing I will say is that nurses party hard as well as working very hard. So I think they get their downtime and they make the most of it. I don't know what teachers are like. I bet teachers are the same. I bet teachers have some pretty wild parties at times. I'm aware that it's like 8:45 now. So if everybody's all right, we'll just hang around and chat a bit more. I mean, if you're here and you're wanting to kind of crack on with something, feel free to kind of mute the stream and go and do something if you want to. But I feel like if I do 20 minutes now, we'll go past 9 o'clock anyway. And like I say, I've not really been in a massive writing mood. Although I am glad that I did that 200 words, and I'm still in the middle of a scene, so I can continue with that. But I really need to crack on with it actually, because I'm presenting in the group that I'm part of, the writing group. I think we're meeting on the 25th of August. No, 26th. It was going to be the 25th, and I was like, I can't make a Tuesday, I'm live streaming. So it's going to be Wednesday the 26th of August. So I've got, what's that, 3 weeks tomorrow to, I just want to, basically I've presented the first, I think I presented the first 3 chapters. I've the first 3 or 4 chapters to the group now. They've seen them twice, so they've seen the first 4 chapters once. You know, we talked about it, discussed ways that I can kind of adjust it. I went away, I changed it, you know, worked on it a bit more, revised it myself, went back, presented it again, and they were like, yeah, that looks good, this, that, and the other. So I want to give them something new. So I'm going to give them like the next 3 chapters. But I want to make sure that I've reviewed those chapters and I feel happy as much as I can be with them at the moment, with where they are. So I think next week we're not here. Just to remind everyone, there's no live stream next week because Tom's mum and dad will still be here, so they go home on Wednesday. So I'm going to take a week off from the live stream. But then I'll have two Tuesdays. I think I'll have 2 remaining Tuesdays to be able to, yeah, the 18th and the 20th, literally the 25th will be the night before. So that'll be probably when I work on it the most. But yeah, the 18th and the 25th, I've got to work on it before I present to the group. It doesn't have to be perfectly polished. I mean, this is the whole point of getting the book down, you know, getting the first draft out. But I want it to be, I don't know, I want it to be relatively good. So yeah, but we are 23,600 words into the manuscript now. So I'd say that's about a quarter of the way in. It feels like, I say we're a quarter of the way in. We're not a quarter of the way through the novel yet. I don't feel like. We're not far off probably, but I would say I'm probably a 5th of the way through the story at the moment. So, but I mean, what's the standard novel length? Standard historical fiction novel length. Between 90 and 120,000 words. So I think that's fine. If we say that 120,000, what's 120,000 divided by 4? 3, 6, 9, 30,000. So 30,000 would be a quarter of the way, which actually for 23,000, then that makes about right. Yeah. What's that? Oh, it's a plane. I think that sounds about right. I think my at the current rate of writing, if I continue on the trajectory that I'm planning, it'll probably be close to the 120,000 word figure. You probably can't hear that, but outside it literally sounds like there's a plane falling from the sky. It's not, it's just because we're under a flight path. But yeah, it's quite loud. Yes. So I was just checking that we were still going. Oh, I tell you what I didn't do. I didn't actually set that footage live. Let's do that now. Let's go into YouTube Studio. So members, lovely members, you're about to get a video going live. And for everyone who's not a YouTube member who still wants to see, you know, if you're interested in book reviews, that will be going live on my Substack at roughly the same time. I'll probably do it, you know, obviously put this one up first and then go on to my Substack and publish it. Oh no, not public. Members only. Done. Save. There we go. That's done. It's always nice. And then, like I say, I think I'm planning for this week's video, if I can get it done and edited on time, to do a review of A Christmas Carol. I'm assuming it's Christmas Carol. I think it is. Christmas Carol trailer. Ebenezer. Is that what I've seen? That was released 11 days ago. Yes, it is. Ah, stop it. Stop it. I don't want to watch it. I just wanted to see the first couple of seconds, because the first couple of seconds of the trailer I've seen as like a townscape. So actually I don't think that's going to work, is it? Because if it's not actually a tale. Well, I suppose it is A Christmas Carol. What do we think? Do you, on my channel, do you think that I should just do like straight adaptations? Or is it okay to do something like this where it's like, it's Ebenezer, it's obviously a story about Ebenezer Scrooge, so it is an adaptation of A Christmas Carol, but it's not at the same time? What do people think? Do we think that's okay? Or shall I just stay away from it? It's got Rupert Grint in it. That's got to be one of the first Rupert Grint films that he's done in a while. I think something adjacent would be fine. Okay, so I feel like I can do it then, which I would like to do, to be honest. I think if it's something that I'm really kind of feel quite passionately about, and I just think it'd be quite interesting. I'm a bit disappointed it's not a straight adaptation though. But then again, can you do an adaptation, like I say, after you've got the Muppets Christmas Carol? Which is quite frankly, yeah, it's a classic. Fine by me. Okay. So I'll do it. Yes. Do you know what? It's been so nice to talk tonight. Like I say, I came into this live stream and I was feeling a little bit burnt out and tired, and my brain has just been running a million miles an hour over the last week at least, if not longer, with freelance work ramping up and life stuff going on and this, that and the other. And I didn't want to cancel the live stream tonight, but there was a little part of me that was like, shall I just make it an hour or something like that, because I'm feeling really kind of overwhelmed and tired and just a bit worn out. But you know what? It's been so nice to come on and just chat. So I hope you don't mind that there's only been a couple of a couple of stints through this video, this live stream. I know that most of the time we try to get at least 3 in, but I hope you don't mind that there's only been 2 this time. But it's just been nice to talk. It's just nice to chat sometimes. Looking forward to watching the book review video. Thank you, Kelly. I hope you enjoy it. Oh gosh, sorry, that's the Dr. Pepper. She's a classy broad. I hope you enjoy it. These streams are always a joy, whether it's more sprints or more chatting. Thank you, Raven. Thank you. I really appreciate it. And I love everybody that, you know, the fact that everybody turns up every week and we have these lovely chats. And I'd love to do, I'd like talk more about my writing project, maybe. I'm always a little bit nervous about how much to share about the project, because obviously until I'm finished with it, there are certain bits of it that I want to keep close to my chest. And with this being a live stream that becomes a video on demand, anybody can watch it later. And so I'd love to do more of a chat about my project, but I don't know how and when and how much I can kind of talk about it. Maybe I can just tell you a little bit more about the scene that I'm writing, perhaps, at any one time. I look forward to Tuesday evenings now. Oh, thank you. I'm so glad. I am so glad. Like I say, I set this up thinking, well, if nobody really comes along, that's absolutely fine. I'll take it as a couple of focus hours every week where I can just write. And if I have to do back-to-back sprints where I'm just writing and then kind of checking in on the live stream, making sure it's still going, that's absolutely fine. And I have to say, I've been blown away by this lovely little community that we've created of people. And every week we kind of come and we have a chat and we support each other, you know, and talk through any kind of issues that we're having with our writing or questions that we're having, or just sharing things like book recommendations and TV shows, and talking about, you know, when Lainey was here talking about somebody making a sandwich in the cinema. It's lovely to have that kind of little space for chatting, this kind of cosy, friendly, warm corner of the internet, because I feel like the internet needs warm, cosy corners at this point in time. I've enjoyed listening to your sweet accent. Oh, thank you. I'm Texan, so I have a southern twang of an American accent myself. No worries on not having more sprints. Thank you, Andrea, and welcome in. Welcome in. I hope that you can join us again. It's so lovely to have so many friends across the pond in America. There's who was it now who was trying to get me to speak with an American twang? I can't remember who it was. I know I can say y'all, because Kayla, who is one of my very good friends who is American, says y'all, and I picked that up a little bit. But there was something else. Y'all should have. I think that was it. I can't remember who it was. Y'all should have told me. And apparently saying y'all should have all as one word is apparently very American. Have I got that right? I feel like I butchered it with my accent though. Shah, I've been writing my master's thesis, but would have loved to write with someone next time. Oh, definitely. If you follow, you can either subscribe to my channel for free, or you can follow me on Instagram. My handle on Instagram is Charlotte Finesse Writer, and I will always put, as 90% of the time, I will put a story onto my Instagram saying when I'm live streaming. But basically, every Tuesday evening, 7 till 9 p.m. UK time. So if, I don't know where you are, whether you're based in America or in the UK, but yeah, if you're writing a thesis, definitely come in, because we've had Raven, who's part of the live stream, has been writing a piece for an anthology, and they've been keeping us updated with how everything's been going with the anthology piece. And we've got some people who are studying for different qualifications who come in. And Austria, oh, welcome. I think you're the first person I've had in the live stream from Austria. We've definitely had a couple of German people join over the weeks, and we've had, I think it was May Britt Norway or Denmark, I can't remember. No, I think she was Norway, May Britt, who I don't know is here, maybe lurking in the background or maybe watching this a little bit later, but May Britt drops in every now and again. So yeah, welcome. You are very, very welcome. What is your master's on? What's your thesis on? I have been through a master's thesis, and so I understand how stressful it can be. And I was definitely someone who, I didn't do it with my undergraduate thesis, but with my master's thesis, I left it way too late to get started on it. So I needed a lot of focus time. So I'm not suggesting that you've done that, but if you have, by any means, we can provide a couple of hours of kind of focused, friendly space for you to come and join in. Political rhetoric focusing on populism. Wow, that sounds very, very intelligent. Probably a little bit above my head, but that sounds very interesting. I've got a friend who's literally just finished her degree on politics, and I don't know if it's politics and international relations, but it's something like that. And she's just found out that she's got first class honours in that, so that's amazing. Y'all is heard a lot in Texas. You'd fit in right in here for sure. There you go. I'll have to come to Texas at some point. Maybe when things have calmed down slightly, with political ups and downs, which I'm not going to get into. This is a lovely open space for anybody who wants to come in. But yeah, I think, yeah, it'd be lovely to visit. We've got friends in Michigan, up north. They're on Lake Michigan, and we would love to go and visit them. It's in the plan to go over to America to visit them, but then we'd love to do a couple of other places as well. I mean, there's quite a few places that we'd love to go to in America. I really want to see some of the historic places. But then again, I don't really like a lot of tourism. But I'd like to go to probably going to make Americans roll their eyes because I'm going to be a typical British tourist. But I want to go to Alcatraz, and I'd quite like to see Eastern State Penitentiary, and I'd quite like to go to the Gettysburg battlefields, and I'd love to see Salem. And so there's all those kind of historical places I'd love to go to, but I'm very aware that they are the four corners of the country. So yeah, I probably couldn't do a road trip, but I'd love to go to different places. Again, I've got a friend who is from North Carolina, so I'd like to visit that area at some point. Yeah, I'd love to travel around a little bit. I've never been to New York. I went to Florida once when I was 8. And my mum got married in Florida. If anybody remembers Cypress, I think it's still there, Cypress Gardens in Florida. My mum got married there. It's Cypress Gardens, and I was a bridesmaid. So, yeah, I've been to Florida once. I ate crocodile. Tasted a lot like chicken. I'd do the same touristy stuff if I made it to your side of the pond. Enjoy whatever you get to do whenever you come to visit America. We'll definitely come. Yeah, we'll definitely come at some point. I'd love to see the Grand Canyon. My mum's been to the Grand Canyon. My mum went to Las Vegas for her 40th birthday. And yeah, she went to the Grand Canyon, got a helicopter into the Grand Canyon, had breakfast. She said it was amazing. So I'd love to do that at some point. Yeah, there's loads of places I'd love to go and see. I love the history of it, and yeah, there's loads of places that I'd love to go and see. So at some point we'll make it over. But so many places to go, isn't there, in the world? I'd love to go to Japan. Japan's really high on the list of places I want to go. I went to Cypress Gardens. It was it poured with rain. Took the rain with you, Jill. The Grand Canyon is absolutely gorgeous. One of God's masterpieces for sure. It's just incredible, isn't it? It's so funny. Tom's granddad, who is in his 90s, and he's a very typical Yorkshireman, and he went and he was underwhelmed, if you can believe that, by the Grand Canyon. Just went, it's a big hole, isn't it? How can you say the Grand Canyon is just a big hole? It seems I didn't really think it was that deep. And it's are you seeing the same Grand Canyon as everybody else? But that's Tom's granddad in a nutshell. He will tell you that. It was followed up with a very specific West Yorkshire reference of a specific location in West Yorkshire that, in his opinion, is more impressive than the Grand Canyon. But there's no point in me telling you about this West Yorkshire landmark because nobody here is from West Yorkshire, so you won't get it. But he thought that a West Yorkshire Industrial Revolution landmark was more impressive than the Grand Canyon. Understated humour. Yeah, absolutely. He's a legend, bless him. He's He's in a care home now, bless him, not having the best time. But yeah, we've got some stories, absolutely. So yeah, lots of places I'd like to go into America. Oh my gosh, it's 9 o'clock. I need a drink. Hold on 1 second. It is 9 o'clock, guys. So thank you very much. Thank you, Andrea, for joining, and Shah for joining. I hope you can join again for a future live stream. Like I say, we'll be back. We are not here next week, just as a reminder. Sorry, I might have said that before you joined, Shah. We're not here next week because I've got my in-laws coming to stay tomorrow for a week. And so I'm taking Tuesday off next week just to have some time with them. So I will be back on the 11th, I want to say. No, I'll be back on the 18th. So I will be off the 11th, back Tuesday the 18th of August, 7 till 9 p.m. UK time. So hopefully you can join us. And thank you to all of the regulars and the lovely people for joining. And thank you to everyone who's lurking, and thank you to anyone who has watched this on demand later. I know that quite a lot of people do catch up on these later on and have them on in the background at work and studying and this, that and the other. So thank you if you've watched this on demand. Thank you very much, Raven. I'm going to have a lovely week with them. There is, and it's nice to kind of have food and drink and just have guests in the house. It's always lovely, so I will enjoy that. Everybody else have a lovely fortnight, not a lovely week. Have a very nice fortnight, and I will see you on the 18th. So I'll pop it onto our end card now for the end of the video. Listen to the lovely outro music, and yeah, thank you again. Thanks, Diana. Thank you, everyone, for your company. Have a lovely time, have a lovely fortnight, and I'll see you soon. Okay, bye.